yeah, she ultimately her hand was forced. Like she had to do that because whoa. Do I say she has to go to the extent that she did? No, but she had to do that or something of the sort.
Yes,
because Cersei was not go.
That is obvious, bro. But you need to choose your words carefully, bro. Because the bells rang. The bells rang.
Bro.
The bells rang, bro. And she sat there on Drogon like, and just started burning everything for no reason, brother.
Yeah.
For no reason. And that's why I say it is so sudden, because there was nothing up until that point because what I was going to say earlier
I'll let you go.
was she said multiple times in the show that she was not going to be the Queen of Ashes. She was not going to be the Queen of Ashes. And what the fuck was she? The Queen of Ashes!
Regardless.
I don't even want to say this, but like I don't even know if
championship game. Not her. I know it's not just her. Calm down. I understand, bro. Calm down.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Light Brights podcast. My name is Cyrus.
My name is Fabius.
And it's been a while.
It's been a minute. All right. Hey,
we back though.
Niggas got shit.
We back. We back and we better. We got some upgraded camera angles for y'all.
Yeah, it's a little different now.
So, but man, we gonna be looking good for this pod, and we just want to stay up, so a little more updated, more with some recent events. So we had some other shit recorded, but we just decided not to put it out because we want to stay more updated. And at this very moment, July 6th, today, Bronny James had his first summer league game, and we just got done watching about through the first three quarters, right? Yeah. What do you think? What do you think, brother?
I think this is like a microcosm of like the whole Bronny experience. To be honest with you, bro, he came out their ass. But to be fair, he's second round pick at the end of the second round. Like, he kind of did what it looked like, what it looked like.
Yeah,
he's supposed to be better than that or whatever, the name. But I think he definitely was nervous. Like,
for sure. But
and I almost felt nervous for him because there's just so much like anticipation just for a summer league game, and then he knows that it's not like he has I can just wait until the season to kind of get everything to like level out or get acclimated or whatever. Like, he can't fall back on that. This is kind of his showcase to everybody.
Right.
This is probably the most we're going to see him all season, and I think he kind of felt that coming into it. And you can kind of see it. It can get better. It's one game, though.
We was about to talk about Caitlyn and her pressure. I feel like this is on a whole nother fucking level, brother.
Really? I don't think so.
Nah, bro. First father-son duo in the history of the NBA. The history of the NBA. Literally everybody in the whole entire fucking world knows the only reason you are playing in this league is because of your papa, your daddy, your father.
Yeah.
You got the weight of the fucking world on your shoulders, bro. And you just got to come out and like not act like that's affecting you. That's going to affect you, bro. You're going to be coming out playing nervous, but from what we seen in those first three quarters of that game, he has some good looks for sure. They just weren't falling. So if those start to fall, I think people are going to be noticing a little more. Like, people, obviously with today's day and age, people are going to be fucking hating for no matter what the reason. They just want a reason to hate, And obviously people are just fucking mad because they don't got a father in their lives.
Yeah.
They don't got a good dad.
Yeah.
That's not Bronny's fault that he got one of the best dads in the motherfucking world.
Yeah.
What the fuck you want him to do?
Well, two parts. One thing, you had said that he's under like a different type of pressure. I think that Caitlyn is the same type of pressure, just a little bit a different way. I think when you look at Bronny situation, yeah, that's pretty difficult. Like having your dad being who he is, and trying to live up to that height, and through all of that conundrum, he still makes it to the NBA. Very, you know,
in a world that like people aren't gonna view you as being worthy of playing in this league.
yeah. I mean,
You
I
know?
think it would be like that regardless, but yeah, even
Yeah,
more
I
now.
agree. But even if Bronny did drop, like he had a good season at USC, like he averaged 10 points a game,
Nah,
whatever.
he averaged like 4 games.
No, I'm saying if he did.
Oh yeah.
If he did, people are still gonna be fucking hating
Yeah,
on
that's
him.
true. That's true.
Like if he averaged 10 to 15 points a game, 3 assists,
That's a good point.
motherfuckers are still gonna get on the internet behind fucking computers, phones, iPads, whatever, and still hate on him for no reason. But because he only averaged 4 a game, plus he had the cardiac arrest shit, like
It's a lot.
you can tell just from the way he plays that he is able to play in the league. In my opinion, like he had a good combine. He has a 40-inch vertical, like, and he's a lockdown defender and he can shoot the ball. It's the confidence thing is going to be the biggest part in my opinion. Like the pressure of everything that's coming down on his head.
Yeah, I think that's probably going to be his biggest obstacle. Is just getting over that confidence, and just feeling like you belong. Everybody's telling you don't, and then when you come out there and you don't have a great performance, it's kind of like I think he's probably mentally strong enough to get past it, but that's still a thing. It's something you got to get through. So
Yeah.
I think it's difficult for him. It's going to be tough. Like this whole season is going to be rough for that dude. Like just keep it a buck.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, I mean,
nobody
they
really-
say he's gonna be playing in the G League the whole time.
Yeah, and that's
So-
good for him. I mean,
No,
that's expected though. That's
right.
expected.
That is
like,
expected. And I 100% agree with it. Like that's where
Yeah.
he gonna learn more about what he needs to be doing, like at this level of basketball. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I was gonna say, like, yeah, he's in the NBA now with the biggest platform in the world on his shoulders, and everybody's watching him. But I feel like he's been going through that shit his whole life, just because he's Bronson. Even when he was in high school, he was getting,
middle
crazy
school
coverage. Like,
do you
yeah,
remember
bro.
when we played in the Bronny had came to NY to LA?
Oh yeah,
Milwaukee.
I got some videos on my phone. I was like, oh shit,
Yeah,
Bronny!
yeah.
Oh!
Like we he was like a star almost even then.
Yeah.
So like what you said, he had to deal with starting from a young age. So
I feel like
he's used to it.
He's used to it at a certain degree, but he just never felt it
This
at
is
this
different.
level.
This is
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
Like it's the NBA, like it's the ultimate goal. So I think his situation is tough, but like Caitlin's situation, like I think she's in the same type of ordeal
agree.
in terms of the unprecedentedness. Like,
Yeah.
bro, I keep saying to people over and over again, bro, she had the national championship game. Not her. I know it's not just her. Calm down. I understand, bro. Calm down. But she was a big part in having the women's national championship game get more viewership than the men's.
Oh, for sure.
And that's a big deal. Like if you were to ask me or anybody for that fact, 10 years ago, would the women's game have more views than the men's game? Like you would
I'd
never
have looked at you like, shut the fuck up.
like you're an idiot.
I'd have
But,
been mad at you.
bro, at the end of the day, it happened. So she, and along with Asia Reese and along with a lot of other great women's basketball players, they've grown the game to a point where it's that big, and she's kind of the spearhead of it. She has a lot of controversy around her name, and she has to deal with that. And not only is it a economic thing with her, not really, but it's just more just a racial thing with her. That's a big aspect to play with it. With Bronny, it's more just people's views on nepotism and whatnot. With Caitlin, she has to deal with not only being a great player, being a face of a franchise, being a number 1 overall pick, but she's also caught in the middle between of a racial divide in our country in a very trying time. Like, I think that aspect of it just kind of overshadows what Bronny's going through, because he's kind of good regardless.
I don't even want to say this, but like I don't even know if I want to say this, but like people,
hot take ain't coming.
the WNBA community and all the players that play in that league are just mad that the person that brought all this viewership and all this money to their league is a white girl.
Yeah, I mean, but to play devil's advocate, I think when you're in the league yourself and people that follow the league and they've been paying attention for a
Yeah, you've
long
been
time,
playing that shit for a
and it's
long
like
time. You've been in
I've
this
put in
shit
all
from
this work,
wait.
I've done great things, I've made accomplishments, and nobody's kind of acknowledging it and making it seem like she's done all of this
Mhm.
by herself and it's just her. She's came in and she's had her struggles as well as her successes. And it shows that she wasn't just head and shoulders above the competition. Like there's other girls here and I'm sorry, there's
Bro.
other women here and they're all worthy of, being, professionals. So I think I understand that part of it, but I also agree with you to a point. Like you got to call a spade, and the revenue that she's bringing to the game alone, when that's a big topic of discussion for WNBA players, you got to you got to tip your cap to that, and then you got to
Oh, for
also
sure.
harness that. So, we started this off by Bronny. I think we kind of can get to the next
Yeah.
topic.
I was gonna say though, like, you thought like this shit was getting all the ESPN, like putting out every single highlight of Caitlin Clark. Like literally every single, like it could be like a motherfucking. I literally did see it was either ESPN or some other media platform that covers basketball saying like Caitlin Clark dropped a crazy ass dime, like one of the best dimes of the season, and it was literally a pass from the baseline to the top of the key for 3. They
So,
posted that
she's
on Instagram.
She's getting the pub. She's
Like,
getting the
come
push.
on,
But at the
bro.
end of the day, we've never seen it like this.
Yeah.
So even if you're
yeah.
trying to make it seem like she's a regular player or something, not. Oh, sorry. Excuse me. Jesus Christ. Hey,
Shout out Brothers Bond. Shout out Damon and Steph.
I'm not no real drinker. Sorry. But where was I? People trying to downplay Caitlin Clark's success. It's just odd to me because at the end of the day, she's growing the game, and that's the point.
She is.
They've been looking for a player like her for a little while now. They've tried to propel a lot of other players. I actually, unlike a lot of people, I didn't invest a lot of time in watching the WNBA, but if a highlight or something would come up on ESPN, I would pay attention. So I was aware when they were trying to push Kelsey Plum in this type of situation. You remember that?
Amen.
Yeah. So Kelsey Plum,
Shorty a bucket.
Yeah, cold.
Like, I don't, bro. Like,
Kelsey Plum,
y'all
cold.
think Caitlin Clark cold, bro? Go check out Kelsey Plum if y'all not tapped in, bro.
So like Kelsey Plum, I remember when that was a big thing.
Because she people was calling her like the female James Harden, bro.
Yeah, like she was really like that. Like if you was around hoops in that time, like you heard about her. Same thing with what's her name that plays for the Liberty? Is it Sydney? She was part of the Mambacita ordeal.
I was gonna say somebody that played with Caitlin. That's how you know. I was gonna say Sydney and Foster.
Nah, it's she's a very very prominent player. She was I want to say a number 1 overall pick. I'm just so mad I'm blanking on her name right now.
I don't even know.
I know exactly who it is. She's gonna be somewhere on the screen, so I'm gonna put her on there. But either way, there have been other players that they've tried to push. You can go even far back. I remember like Brittany Griner days.
Brittany Griner's, Diana Taurasi.
Yeah. So like I remember them, trying to push, the WNBA and the women's game for college for a long time, and they finally found somebody that can kind of like break through barriers and really make a big difference in terms of the conversation.
One thing that as time goes on that the human race is learning and like as we're actually starting to see take hold is that we are always evolving.
Yeah.
Like back like just like how you said, like back in the day, like you told us that the girls national championship for basketball outsold the men's basketball championship. We thought you were crazy. But like
we evolved.
We would never have thought that to be possible, but now everybody is so locked in on the WNBA and they fucking deserve it. Yeah. Like for the pure content and entertainingness that they have been producing.
Yeah. But I mean, like to even go back to your point about them posting a regular pass from Caitlin Clark, like do y'all know how little they used to post the WNBA? Like they literally used to post like the championship and like maybe if somebody had a historic game, maybe. But in terms of like a feed post from Instagram, from ESPN or Bleacher Report or Overtime or anything like that, like those weren't very prominent before Caitlyn and Angel Reese and Juju and Paige.
Bro.
Like, all of those
Hey,
players
man,
deserve
I
to
my
get.
Paige jersey. I got that bitch. Should I go put it on?
Shout out Paige.
That's my favorite.
Yeah,
player,
she was even
brother.
before Caitlin Clark in terms of the person that
before
was trying to
Caitlin
get
Clark,
pushed.
bro. I knew who Paige Beckers was.
Yeah, we all knew Paige. I mean, I think it's a little different. We grew up.
We grew up
in
with
the
like
Midwest.
the Ball is Life era.
Yeah,
you know
so
what I'm saying?
and to add on to that, she was in Minnesota, so that's like a bordering state to us. So we would pay attention to Minnesota sports a little bit, like if they're very prominent players.
I mean, like Chet.
Yeah, Chad, Jalen Suggs. Yeah,
yep.
so like we paid attention to them. Like they were in close proximity to us when we were playing AAU as well. So we knew about her. Like we know about hoopers. And if you knew anything about women's hoopers, like Caitlyn isn't the first person to do what she.
Shout
was
out
doing all
Haley
the time.
Van Lith too, man. Bucket,
bro. Just wanted to shout out Haley Van Lith.
Bucket.
But I mean, I also I wanted to make sure that I mentioned the other names, the college names, of course, because those are the
next year Juju taking over.
Yeah,
like
Juju
completely,
over. But like,
bro.
hopefully, you never know. Like, I don't know. I feel like the discourse around the WNBA has gotten nasty. It's not positive. I think they had an opportunity,
especially within their league.
Yeah.
What Caitlyn just came out saying something like somebody asked her a question after a game, and she was like, "Nobody gives me advice in game. I wish people gave me advice, but nobody does."
Yeah,
I don't just like something she's dealing with because she has all that spotlight on her, and people don't like that.
Yeah, I think because of media coverage, maybe some of the other people in the league don't want to see her succeed.
Right.
Just because they want to prove a point of like, we are a true league, like we really have good basketball players, we play good basketball. You can't just come in here hucking up threes and thinking that it's gonna work.
What Cassian Andor say? You know what he said? I've been in this fight since I was 12 years old.
That's what niggas felt like, though.
Yeah.
That's what that's honestly what they feel like. Like they feel like we've been doing this shit for so long, and for people to try to come around and act like she's the first person to shoot a deep three, like I think that like a lot of women felt disrespect by that.
Disrespect.
But
at the same time,
you gotta
they
understand.
don't take that like directly to her. You know,
but
what
I can't
like,
help.
It's not her fault.
I can't get too mad at them because like this happens to rookies when they get into the league with a lot of hype.
It
is
just a regular thing.
Men's, like you remember Pat Bev and Lonzo Ball?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Lonzo definitely
got some shit, bro.
Yeah.
But
motherfuckers was not fucking with that.
It's just like regular rookie shit people gotta go through. But then it does take it takes it to a whole nother level sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I mean, I think the main topic for this like segment was supposed to be Angel Reese or Caitlin Clark for Rookie of the Year. We can get to that now.
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Granted, I will preface this, but we're not heavy WNBA watchers,
right.
you know. I think the vast majority.
I mean, we're like more than like the average population. Like, we pay
a tad bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that a lot of people are getting that, like, they're passively consuming the WNBA. So I think I feel like that's what we're doing for the most part. I think that's pretty popular now. But like from our perspective, I think that Angel has a good case for it. If we're going off of NBA metrics, and like what they usually do. I know a big topic right now is the fact that Angel Reese's team is in playoff contention. I want to say they are in the playoff.
Yep.
As of now, and
that's always the thing people take into it, regardless of it if it's the WNBA or the NBA.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So with people trying to give her the nod, not solely because, but like the big edge they feel that she has over Caitlin Clark is the fact that her team is having more success. Along with her putting up, record breaking numbers. She just had, I believe, 12 double-doubles in a row.
That's insane, brother.
Yeah, pretty good.
That's insane.
Pretty good. So, like, you can't really get mad at somebody choosing her over Caitlin Clark, especially when Caitlin Clark is averaging, like, 7 turnovers.
To me, there is pros and cons to both.
Yeah.
Like, Caitlin is averaging more points, more assists, and a couple other things, but she's also averaging damn near 6 turnovers.
Yeah.
So, like, it takes a whole new turn when you got to think, like, when it's so close like that and, like, there's, like, pros to this player, cons to this player, and also cons to this player, and also pros to this player. You got to like outweigh of what you personally believe is more important to the game of basketball. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, Angel isn't even averaging like a block a game, and she's a
really.
Yeah.
I don't believe that. I think I
looked it up. Do some research. 0.3 blocks.
That's insane. I thought she would have been like a monster.
Nah, me too. But I mean, she's averaging what? Damn near 12 rebounds per game. So, I mean, she's supposed to be doing that, but she's doing
giving
that.
a double a game. She's
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 14 points per game, 11, damn near 12 rebounds per game.
Her points have gone up as well. I mean, another thing, whether it was today or yesterday, she had hit like 2 threes in the game. So that's a big deal.
See, I
that's
didn't
a big
know
deal
about that. Like, that's crazy.
She hit 2 threes. So hey, banging them bitches. I ain't gonna lie. If she adds that to her game, then this conversation kind of takes a little bit of a different turn. One of the knocks against her that people are having is that she should shoot. I think those people that say that she needs to develop a shot, like absolutely needs to develop a shot, are a little bit misinformed and thinking of the NBA. I believe the WNBA is in a different time period in their league. Exactly. I'm not 100% sure. I could be wrong. Like I said, I'm not an avid WNBA watcher, but I'm pretty sure in their league that there's room for shooting or non-shooting bigs still. If you can just, remember a short time ago, we did that. I'm about to say they did that in the they did that in the NBA. Like, it's not unprecedented.
It's a recent thing.
I was about to say it's literally how basketball's been played until the last like 10 years, if that. So,
that for sure.
People saying that she needs to develop a shot are insane. But if she does develop a shot and she's shooting like she is today, then that's a very, very different topic. And
game changer.
In terms of her her stacking up to Caitlin Clark, she makes a really good case for herself if she's out there hitting threes.
So let me just who you got right now? There's a lot of season left, but who do you have right now?
Season left? Oh yeah, I'm probably going to take Angel Reese. Like people said, I mean, teams in the playoffs, she's averaging double, triple doubles. She's shooting threes now. Adds a lot to her team.
Okay. What the fuck did I just tell you earlier?
What?
Don't mention triple double.
I said double.
You said triple double.
No, I said double.
You said double and
roll
then
the footage.
Triple double. All right, he gonna say triple double. Damn near 3 hours ago, came out Caitlin Clark, the first rookie in WNBA history to have a triple double. That's a good thing to put on your resume, brother.
I mean, averaging 12 double doubles though.
That's crazy.
And averaging double double on top of that.
That's crazy. But
also want to mention before we get too far into it, the Sparks young star had went out with an ACL. She probably would have had something to say about this whole rookie of the year race. Yep, chill out, bro. You gotta chill out. Gotta chill.
Shout out Cameron Brick though.
Yeah,
she was going crazy though before she got injured, bro.
Yeah,
like,
I'm about to say she
was a solid, very solid, bro.
And I want to say she averaged a couple blocks. Did she not?
Probably the most blocks out of a rookie.
This year.
I would guess
she was going crazy, but
and she could shoot the ball a little bit. I mean, not like extraordinarily, but more than like any other like traditional big in the WNBA, I would say. But yeah, in terms of Angel and Caitlin, I think it just depends on like what your values are in the game of basketball. Like,
true.
Caitlin is averaging a lot of turnovers, but if you actually like watch film and watch the games, her teammates not catching the ball very well. Like, cause like she's trying to like be like prime CP3 out there. And
I think what a lot of other people, a lot of people are forgetting with Caitlin's team is they had the number 1 overall pick twice.
Exactly.
2 times in a row.
Exactly.
Usually the roster's not really good when you have to do that. So, her teammates having shortcomings shouldn't be coming as a surprise, and it should be factored into the success of her overall.
Right.
I think 6 turnovers is outrageous.
That
averaging that for the year is insane.
I would be embarrassed, honestly.
Yeah, I'd have to. Yeah,
but
former point guard over here. But you like I said, you got to take all the context of the situation into play, and give your dissertation after that. So
Mhm.
I think that they are probably going to give it to Kaylin just because,
Yeah,
you
her image,
know, her
and
image, her brand.
what she's done for the league,
Probably
basically.
will.
I mean, I wouldn't be mad if they gave it to Caitlyn. I wouldn't be mad if they gave it to Angel.
Yeah.
Honestly.
It depends, though. I mean, if Angel starts shooting threes,
Yeah, like I said, we
if
got
she's
some seasons
making
left.
1 to 2 threes a game on top of a double, and Caitlyn's still averaging upwards of, honestly, I don't know, 6 assists is just an amazingly large number of turnovers. Like this is even past Westbrook,
Yeah.
and they killed Westbrook
Well,
for his turnovers. Same with James
Caitlyn
Harden
is
as well.
averaging 16 points per game, 6 rebounds per game, and 7 assists per game, along with 1 steal, around 5 to 6 turnovers, shooting 40% from the field. Angel is averaging 14 points per game, damn near 12 rebounds per game, 2 assists, 1 steal, and almost no blocks, 2 turnovers, and 41% from the field. So
Was Caitlyn averaging a block or no?
No.
Okay.
I would have
thought
put
I
it on
seen
there.
0.9, but I could be
maybe
wrong.
she was. I
could be
don't know.
wrong.
I might have just not put it on there.
No, you good. But I think, yeah, they probably end up giving it to Kaylin. Kaylin's numbers are pretty solid. You can't really get mad at 16, 6, and 7. It's just the turnovers, really.
Yeah, just the turnovers.
As far as the shooting percentage, I believe calibrated to the WNBA. You got to remember, like, I'm not trying to be derogatory in this, but they their shots are different. They can't dunk on people and get like the easier baskets. So
that's gonna be the next thing for the league, though. Like, you know,
dunkers.
I was talking about we was evolving.
You seen that
10
girl?
years from
You
now,
seen
they're
that
gonna
girl
be-
dunking? Don't let me find the clip of Shorty dunking. You seen she was like 18, gang, and she's dunking 2 hands. I think I said to you on
like
TikTok.
rim grazer, or are we talking
No,
like
bro, she's
yammer?
dunking.
Oh,
She
okay.
like
yeah, you gotta
it's a
just
little
send me
rim
that clip.
crazy. It's a little rim crazy,
Okay.
but she dunking. Like, and she 18, and it's been a couple girls that's come through and they started
bro,
dunking.
I'm
like,
saying give it 30 more years and they gonna be high rising.
yeah, South Carolina, they have a girl that was I think she was dunking 2 hands. She played national championship run last year. Had her flashes.
Who are you talking about?
Can't remember her name. It's
I,
like 22.
I followed them for the most part.
Yeah, she was like number 22 or something like that. I can't remember her name for I can't remember her name for
I
life of
fucked
me,
with
but
Malaysia Full Wiley hard. You know what I'm talking about?
nah, I'd have to.
Whoa.
Oh no! Oh no! It's 6.
Hey, that's a good stop. Yo, yeah, I'm back on the flow, on a roll, yeah, I'm on a roll with the bros, yeah. And we got the ring light vibes. Bet it up.
All right, so where were we?
I was talking about Malaysia Full Wiley.
Oh yeah, Malaysia Full.
You not tapped in?
I believe I could recognize her if I seen her, but not off the name.
Because it wasn't really last year. I'm just talking about last college season for girls basketball, women's basketball. Sorry, apologize. But I seen that South Carolina was undefeated, and I was like, okay, I need to probably tap in for real.
Yeah, they're not historical.
So I was just looking at their roster and shit, and I found Malaysia Full Wiley. She didn't even start. She was like 6 man, or
she was the defender.
Would you say six woman?
Yeah, 6 woman.
6 woman. Excuse me. But hey, when I tell you, bro, she's like the female Kyrie, bro. You know what I'm talking about now?
I'm
not even talking
number
about,
12.
I don't know her number. I'm not even.
How you not know the number?
I'm not even talking about dribbling wise. I'm talking about 360 lays.
Oh yeah. I think I seen that.
I was watching her high school mix, and I was like,
yeah, she's like that. I
she
think I know
would bust my ass, bro. I was like, yo, there's not a lot of people who could guard her. I'm not gonna lie, but like, yeah, even their coach, like, very recognizable. I forgot her name.
Dawn Staley.
Yeah, Dawn Staley.
Yeah.
Like, very high regards coach and everything. But she was saying that Malaysia is going to be the face of women's basketball pretty soon because she's just like,
yeah, her play style is just
like flashy, like
I
just
think I felt the
getter.
same way with Zaya Cook a little bit.
Yep.
After she hit that little reverse. Yes, sir.
They were so solid though. Who was the light skinned girl on that team?
You talking about Cardosa?
No. She was a point guard. She didn't start either.
I think I know what you're talking about. They had a lot.
She was a bucket though.
She
Hit like I think like 5 threes in the championship game or something.
Yep. I know what you're talking about because she came off the bench. But they had a deep team. Carolina was nice.
They were so nice, bro.
They deserved to win it. They were probably like favorites to win it.
I didn't think.
Caitlin and them. I mean, I think she was gonna put up a fight, but it was gonna be tough. It was gonna be uphill. But I think that's gonna wrap it up. Our final, thoughts on it is I think Angel Reese is gonna deserve to take on the Rookie of the Year, but she's probably not gonna get it.
My opinion, I don't really give a fuck.
Yeah.
No, don't take my words out of context. I give a fuck, but I don't care if they give it to Angel or Caitlin. I wouldn't be mad at either.
Yeah, I feel like both of them have a valid argument.
Like we said, there's pros and cons to both. So
I will preface that statement by saying though, if Angel Reese, like today, start hitting a couple threes here and there, if she ends the season off and she's hitting 1 and 2 threes a game, I don't know. I mean,
like there's some season left.
Yeah,
so
there's some time left.
Don't take our words 100% on this. It's just at this point in time. But at the end of we'll have a bit more.
We'll come back to this.
Yeah, we'll come back to this.
We'll come back to this. Yeah, we'll come back to this. But
as you see, we gonna transition a little bit because my brother Fabius right here, just finished Game of Thrones for the first time. And let me tell y'all, he FaceTimed me. And he had one more episode, season 8. This man said, "This is peak fiction side. Like, this is the best shit I've ever seen in my life. Like, I'm so hyped. Like, Arya's the GOAT. Like, And I was like, yeah, just call me back after that last episode, bro. So, hey, man, I've been in this fight for a while now, brother. Like, I'm locked in. I've read the books. I'm locked in. So we had a whole conversation about this on the phone, but we could get into it right now. Like, it's the best show of all time, in my opinion. But just that last season, bro. That last fucking season, bro.
Best of all time is a lot. Understandable.
I think it's the best of all time. But there's an argument to be made that it's not just because of the last season.
I don't hold it, I guess accountable is the right word. I don't hold it accountable for that too much because I feel like most of the great series do end like a little rough. It's hard for to tie it all up.
That's true.
You've had the hype that the Game of Thrones had. I didn't watch it while it was in its, running.
I didn't either. I finished it 2 years ago or something.
Yeah, so I think we miss a part of it. But even with me not watching it, I can understand the cultural significance of Game of Thrones. Everybody was talking about that show. So with that being said, I think that the ending is bad, yes. But is it not? I guess what I'm looking for is it bad enough to discredit the show? I don't think so. I think that once you kind of get into it kind of with a horror movie type of perspective where everything isn't going to tie up the way it needs to be, but you're going to get to where you need to get to at the end. I think that they could have ultimately done with, killing the Khaleesi and going on from there and kind of seeing what happens after that. I think that's cool. They just didn't go about it the greatest way.
Let's just get into what the fuck we were talking about on the phone. If they would have just switched the two big things that happened in season 8, I think it would have been fine. They needed to have a much better execution with the two, but if they would have switched that, it would have been so much better because they've been hyping up the entire series from actually the very first episode of Game of Thrones. They've been talking about how the White Walkers and the Night King are the big bad, the thing the Westeros needs to worry about the most. Like, they will come and fuck everything up. The dragons will not go outside the wall. So that's how you fucking know, like, that guy's scary, bro. But to have that go down first and then to have the battle at King's Landing is just, I just think it's wrong. Like, even the actors knew, like, there is videos out online of the actors reading through their lines of, like, the last season. And the actor that plays Varys, and we know Varys, like the spider. You know what I'm talking about.
You talking about CIA?
Master of Whispers.
Yeah.
He don't got no meat.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I know exactly
Ball
what you're
guy.
talking about. Yeah.
He was, when he gets killed by Daenerys and Drogon or whatever, he read that, and, like, there's videos out online, like, of the entire cast reading through that shit, and he looks at it and he, like, throws his paper and, like, just sits there like this. Cause, like, it's just, it fucking went wrong in so many ways. It was so rushed. If they were hyping up Jon versus the Night King since what's the fucking,
before you say
what's the
that,
episode in season 5?
Before you had highlighted that fact to me, I could look past it. But as soon as you brought it up, it was something that, like, now that's fuck with me, because like you said,
home is what I'm talking about.
Since they had met, and nigga, Jon Snow, one man versus an army. Before that, he slayed a White Walker. We didn't know he could kill him. Then it was like, you're hyping it up. I want it so bad. Just give it. Why the fuck would you show me something?
Are you the GOAT, bro?
Bro.
Arya's the GOAT. Shorty came out of nowhere. Where was Jon during this, bro?
They literally had it set up to happen. Why would you?
The king in the fucking north.
Hey, KG, why the fuck would you show me something I can't have it? You had the shot with Jon Snow and the Night King looking face to face with each other, about to get into it. But the whole time I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, I'm like, damn. Even before this, I'm looking like, y'all killing niggas and niggas is dying. Y'all know this nigga finna bring these niggas back, right? Like, he did it before, he doing it again. That's the whole point of them niggas. So why are we acting surprised when this happens? 2, why the fuck would you have them in that situation and have that nigga duck smoke when he knows that, like...
Bro, he's running around silly with this sword between his fucking legs the whole episode, bro. He just running around in the fucking dark, bro. Like, that's literally all he doing, bro.
And it was a good episode still, just because the tension is there.
No,
like, because you build up...
It's a spectacle without consequence, in my opinion. Like,
it's a great way to put it.
Yeah, like, it was beautifully shot. Even though it was a little dark, like, literally,
dark.
like,
it was very dark.
Like, it's kind of fucking hard to see.
Dark.
But it was very pleasing to watch. And, like, there is some awesome moments in that. Like, what do we say to the god of death? Not today. Like, that's a great moment.
Yeah, they had hella quotables.
Theon's moment is great. All that shit. It's just the execution was off. It's like they forgot, like, everything that was building up to this point. Like, we found out.
I agree with that.
We found out that Jon Snow was a Targaryen, right? He's that, like, it's literally my favorite episode in the fucking show. Winds of Winter. You are Aegon Targaryen, 5th of his name, or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah, it was like
you are the son of Rhaegar Targaryen, like, and that leads nowhere. They literally don't even mention it again.
They mention it like him, and I think, I won't say it leads nowhere, because the problem between him and
I don't want it. I don't want it.
Him,
bro.
No, bro. But you gotta understand. I think him killing Daenerys in the end ultimately was because of that. I'm not ultimately.
No, it was because she went batshit crazy.
No, that happened, right? But if you remember specifically, it might be a little bit long ago, but there was a moment in time where the Khaleesi's kind of tried to come on to him in terms of, like,
oh,
it was,
like,
she was trying to get,
she
was trying,
yeah, she knew.
But he was like, first off, you did that crazy shit, and second off, you like my aunt, so, like,
I mean, they still got.
They got busy, but that was before they knew.
Yeah,
but I'm saying afterwards, right? I think if you take away the fact that they are related and that kind of fucks with John too, and then it also fucks with John because there's a power struggle now, and that ended up causing him to kill her. So I don't feel like they didn't acknowledge
we can
that.
talk a little bit about that too, because if they wanted to go the Mad Queen route, just like her father, like saying it runs in the family, you know, like father, like daughter. If they wanted to do that, they should have planted those seeds a long time ago. Because I think it would have been fucking awesome. I think that would have been cool if we would have saw the lead up to that. But it was so sudden.
Did they plant the seeds directly? No. But I will go back. I will fight you on that and say that no, they didn't say that she would do it, but everybody along the way was not fucking with her off the name alone because they knew how them niggas got down. Okay? So no, they did not say that she was gonna turn mad, but they hinted the entire show that, hey, we know your dad did that fuck shit. Like,
right.
And we don't forget that, and we not fucking with you because of it. Some niggas along the way,
Yes.
like when she traveled to so and so, and you know, they took the dragon, she got the dragon's bag, and yada yada yada. You know, when she traveled there, they were like, "Oh, you here now? That's cool. We didn't forget what your dad did.
Okay.
But I mean, you different, so we'll give you a different chance, but not really because in the end, you know, they took her dragons and shit.
Okay.
But they talked about her name in that possibly leading her down the wrong path the entire show. I feel like, did they hint and make you think that it would happen? No,
brother.
But did they talk about it and acknowledge that it was a possibility before the end of the show? Yes, you can't say that.
With her on her team were urging her to fucking go to King's Landing and just take it because they had the forces, they had the dragons, they had.
No, whoa. You're tweaking.
Listen,
my nigga. No, because they didn't say that. They didn't say that, nigga. The whole time they were telling her, nigga. No, nigga. The whole time they were telling her, hey.
You're talking about Tyrion. You're talking about Tyrion only.
No, it wasn't just Tyrion. What are you talking about? Everybody as a group decided that it was smarter for you to wait. And the whole tension of that last season was them talking about, hey, you got to be strategic about how you take over King's Landing, because if you don't go about it the right way, you're going to end up having to kill everybody. Because in the end, you got to realize, like, yeah, we'll get into the end, but just to overview it, yeah, she ultimately, her hand was forced. Like, she had to do that because, you know, whoa. Do I say she has to go to the extent that she didn't? No, but she had to do that or something of the sort.
Well, yes.
Because Cersei was not go.
That is obvious, bro. But you need to choose your words carefully, okay, bro. Because the bells rang. The bells rang.
Bro.
The bells rang, bro. And she sat there on Drogon like, oh. And just started burning everything for no reason, brother.
Yeah.
For no reason.
But
and that's why I say it is so sudden, because there was nothing up until that point because what I was going to say earlier,
okay, I'll let you go,
was she said multiple times in the show that she was not going to be the Queen of Ashes. She was not going to be the Queen of Ashes. And what the fuck was she? The Queen of Ashes!
Fair enough, and that's fine and good. But I said, I counter the point that they never hinted at this happening. They did. They just didn't make it believable.
No, they started.
And that's the problem.
They started hinting at it after Missandei died.
Bro, they talked about her family name, right? And it was always a negative connotation to her family name because of what her father did. What I will give you is the entire show, they're trying to lead you to believe that she is different from her family name through and through.
Okay.
And that is where you find the gripe. Because the whole show, they're telling you, nah, she not her dad. And she keep telling people, I'm not my dad. Like, why are you acting like I'm my dad? I'm not him.
No, she only started acting that way after Missandei died.
Okay.
And she's acting like she is the only person that has lost somebody. Like, if you look at the history of the Targaryens, bro. Talk about House of the Dragon, bro. Hey, we want to talk about Rhaenyra, bro. Hey, I'm not even gonna spoil anything for you, but her shit isn't.
You gotta chill.
Nothing close to
Rhaenyra
and what she goes through.
Gotta chill.
Don't get me fucking started, bro.
But I can't speak to that. I'm gonna watch House of Dragon soon, but from what I've seen, I understand where your gripe is, and they didn't really hint at it forwardly. But I will say that they didn't. This didn't come out of left field. We always knew that this was. It came out of left field, but you could argue that. Yeah, okay, it came out of left field. I'll give you that. I can't even go back and forth with that. But at the same time, it wasn't unprecedented because we had literally learned about that like nobody trusted her because of her family name, and ultimately her family name is what did her in the end. I can't get too mad at it. I don't like it because, like I stated previously,
I'm still mad at it.
Like I said previously, the entire show. Basically, I felt like they were trying to convince her that she was not her dad. She was going to do everything differently, and she ultimately ended up being like her dad, which feels like a big ass like sucker punch to the face because we were. This is supposed to be different. You told me this for 9 seasons or 8 seasons. So yes, it does feel like it was out of left field in that way, but I will say ultimately it wasn't because we were told that this was a possibility since we met her.
Also, why did Drogon not obliterate Jon Snow?
I think
why did he not turn him into little bitty pieces of ashes?
Before I say this is a
he knew he was a Targaryen.
Yeah, that's an extremely weak excuse. I don't agree with it, but hey, it happened. That was their reasoning. In my opinion,
Cosette, come here. No, come here. I need your opinion. Kaz. Don't make me look dumb. Come here. Come here. Huh? Why did Drogon not light Jon Snow on fire?
Because they don't even remember.
After he killed Daenerys, and they're both together in the same room. You don't know. She doesn't know. She doesn't know.
There's not a good reason. And
she raised that little baby dragon.
Yeah, that was
definitely born.
That was definitely
and
the mom.
He watched as
he
this
didn't watch.
man
He didn't watch.
Killed his mama.
He didn't watch.
And just looked at him and left.
He didn't watch. He came back. She was dead. He was there. That's all he's seen. Okay. It's a dragon. You're expecting him to have like intelligence and make it.
He's extremely smart. All the dragons are extremely smart.
They are, but I'm saying like you're expecting him to have like extremely human emotions, which isn't out of the realm of possibilities.
All right,
but that's a human response.
Dog. Say you got a dog. Your dog.
Your dog is gonna.
You die.
No.
Dog not mad. You telling me that dog not
You're explaining it incorrectly because it's different from when seeing the actual action of you being harmed. Like the dog, if I train the dog to defend me and it's seen me being harmed, then yes, it would retaliate. But after the fact, you can't say that it would.
We're comparing a dragon to a dog. Dragons are obviously
in the show
very much more intelligent than dogs.
The show, I feel like though that's a pretty 1-to-1 comparison. She used it like a very powerful dog.
You're stupid.
It was a companion. It was a completely dominant relation. Like it was an owner and an ownee. It wasn't like.
It was not. No, it was not because the dragon.
When did she not tell them exactly what to do and then they not listen?
When they were in the fucking dragon pit and she had to put them in there because they were fucking like being forces of nature. The dragons know that they are. The dragons know that they are ultimately in control because they have the power. They are just, especially when they hatched with their person they're bonded with, they never say in anything Game of Thrones related, whether it be House of the Dragon or Fire and Blood, whatever, they never say that a rider owns a dragon. It says they are bonded.
Fair enough. I will give you that. I will stand down. Okay. But my ultimate point, like, hey, I wasn't happy with the ending. At points, I understood why they did what they did. I don't think that they handled the ending correctly in terms of the two climax.
This could have been so much better.
Yeah, like we had talked about it after I watched the final episode. Like
their honest mistake was just switching the two conflicts, and they should have had the and it's not like they couldn't have changed the writing of the season
okay,
around
we
a
didn't even
little
touch
bit.
on Bran.
I don't have a problem with Bran. Who else? Give me a better suggestion than Bran.
Okay, but the whole fucking show, literally the whole entire fucking show, he said, I can't be king. I can't. I literally can't. I physically can't. I can't be king because I have this role as being the three-eyed raven. Like this multiversal, not multiversal, but like high, like basically he's like a fucking god. Like he can't take any part in anything that has to do with the human world.
Yeah. And
like that's his rule.
I agree with
He's like, okay, fuck it.
I understand that, but I feel like if you view it in the context of the show and not just take it from the information from the show, like if you're watching the show, they get into a situation where they're like, bro, who's supposed to be the next king? And nobody can really come up with a valuable, or nobody can come up with a good argument
Sam
for anybody.
said they should turn it into democracy, and they all laughed at him. But that's honestly what it should have happened.
But if we're being realistic, that wouldn't have happened. Like, not.
It should have been John.
But John
literally,
John
he has a
killed the
legitimate
previous
claim
person.
to the throne.
He does, but he killed the previous person.
So who fucking happened before?
Yes, but those people that were in power are still in power.
No, they're not. You're talking about fucking Grey Worm, and that's it, and his Unsullied.
Yes,
and they
but
fucking
the Unsullied
went away.
No, they didn't go away. They governed. They still had control of the capital. Who else had control of it?
Sam became the Grand Maester. Tyrion is the one that told Jon to kill Daenerys, and he is the hand of the whatever.
They don't know that. And he wasn't the hand of anything. He was still in chains.
Jon
he was
the only one at the time that had a legitimate claim to the throne. And this is why I was so pissed off, because they hyped this up and nothing ever came of it.
It's not nothing.
He was never a Snow. He was never a bastard.
He killed Daenerys because of their relationship, bro. Him being a rightful heir caused tension.
Jaime killed Aerys. Jaime killed Aerys, Daenerys' father, and was still Lord Commander of the Kingsguard.
Okay, but you have to understand that it was a different type of leader. One was very loved by the people that they were the leader of. The other one felt
Daenerys, after what she did?
Her soldiers was still riding with her.
Only the
Unsullied was rocking with her.
Literally it, brother.
I'm sure all of the people that were freed by her, not the people at the Capitol, but the people that were in the what was the other place that she had conquered? Wherever the slave trade was.
Pentos and Essos.
Yeah, Essos. All those people, I'm guaranteed they were happy with Daenerys, bro. So, like, I just feel like her...
Yeah, but you're telling me after, like, she just burned King's Landing. Literally, she just burned all of it.
Okay, but I don't think...
I
don't think the world looked at King's Landing in with the... like
they're the ultimate
light.
Power of the Seven Kingdoms.
Yeah, they are, but you think the ultimate power is well liked by the constituents? Never.
No, but they can't. I mean,
so they're not going to empathize with them because I feel like they're going to view them as people in a different situation, right? And they're also supporting a opposing force to their monarch. If we're talking in reference to the people in Essos and the people that
but those
Daenerys
are the free
ruling.
cities. They're called the free cities. They are not part of the Seven Kingdoms.
Yes,
when I say the Seven Kingdoms, I mean the kingdoms that are part of the Seven Kingdoms. And
okay.
yes, they are all loyal to the king or queen.
Okay, fair enough.
Seven Kingdoms: Pentos, Essos, Lys, Myr, fucking all that shit.
Yeah,
Those are the
it could
free cities. They
at the end of the day,
that.
it could have been Jon, but I think with him, Jon doesn't want to do that shit. And he told people over and over again, I don't want to do this shit.
Yeah, and that was stupid. That was on the writers, bro. Because in the books, he has a lot more ambition. Oh, Bro, he's not like that in the books. He has a lot more ambition. He feels like he should be the warden of the North.
What's his
leader of
what's his
Winterfell.
reasoning in the show? I mean, in the book.
It's not a lot of reasoning. It's just like from the get-go, like the
That
first
was,
book, like
that was something that he
innate in
was-
him, he has a lot of ambition. And he's not like that in the show. Even though I like how he is in the show, it's just,
I don't have a problem with the take in the show because I think a lot of people also forget along the show and how much the family is so concerned with getting with one another that like I take that back because the show does do a good job of showing like, hey bro, like he still was a bastard, like he was treated like as such at times.
Yeah,
So
like Catelyn.
I think that with him being a bastard, and him feeling like, yeah, I had it way better than a lot of people, but I still had to get it out the mud type shit. Like, and then on top of him having to go to Castle, was it not Castle Rock? Is it Castle Rock?
That's the Lannister shit. What are you talking about?
I'm tweaking, not Castle Rock. He had to go to the wall.
Oh,
Go
yeah.
to the Night's Watch.
Mhm.
And I think he was good there, and like he understood why he needed to go there, and he was fine with, like he was okay with it. I don't think he was thrilled, but once he becomes like ultimately becomes leader, and then they ultimately kill him, I think after that he has a good enough reason to be like, fuck this shit. Like I tried to do the noble thing. I tried to go by the book, and like, bro, them niggas killed me, and I thought I was doing everything right. So like,
That's where the last book ended.
and I can respect that, like him not after that not wanting to have power. Like, bro, I seen what it's done to people. It killed my brother. It killed my dad, who I thought was my dad, but he killed my dad, and it killed me. Like, why the fuck would I want power? Like type of character I am, when those type of people get power, the other people that's trying to do fuck shit always fuck
You know
them
what?
over.
You're spitting right now.
So
You're
why the
spitting.
fuck would I want to have
You
power?
are spitting, but at the same time, I get that. Like,
So I
you're-
can
you're
respect
spitting- you're
him not
spitting
wanting
facts.
that.
But at the same time, if that's what the creators wanted the audience to think, which is a great point, you're spitting a great point. Why would they put that on us? That he is Aegon Targaryen, fifth of his name, and he is the rightful heir to the throne. Why would they put that on us?
I
Like-
think it explains him being a bastard because remember, Ned Stark is supposed to be literally like the most noble man in the entire show.
Mhm.
That's all that's his character trait, noble. So like with him being noble and him stepping out on his marriage, and you seeing how it affects his wife, so meaning she was expecting him to be faithful,
Yeah.
it makes more sense that he didn't actually have a bastard son. He was caught in a tough situation because he was stuck in a war. His sister got caught up. She was fucking with the ops. But at the end of the day,
Wasn't fucking with the Oz, bro. They were in love, bro.
no.
They got secretly married, bro.
So he wasn't the ops, but they were ultimately the ops because their two sides were fighting against each other. So him being the noble dude he does the most noble thing that he could do, and says that, hey, not my sister went across enemy lines where I'm fighting for the other side and she's fucking the other side. And
But that was happening before that fight started.
I know, but I'm saying that in that situation, he did the
Yeah.
most noble thing he could. Because what was the other option?
that-
saying that he's a Targaryen and then niggas killing him because he's the
That's-
rightful heir.
That
So
era is the next show I need. Robert's
and
Rebellion.
I think I just sent you some shit on TikTok where that's what they should have did with Naruto instead of Boruto. Should have went back.
Yeah.
Mhm. But definitely same thing with Game of Thrones. But he was with Robert, his right hand man. He's trying to overthrow the king.
Bro, I need that. I need
Yeah.
that show, bro.
Do
To
need
see
that.
Robert
Do
in
need
his
that.
prime with his hammer, bro. That shit would be so.
because he got to make it
live.
make sense. He beat niggas with dragons with no dragons. So,
Right, exactly.
to get back to my point though, I feel like all of that worked, and I think people have gripes with that when like they did a decent job of covering their tracks on that regard. There's big holes, don't get me twisted with the ending, but if you look at it as a whole and look at other great shows and their ending and how people felt about them, there's probably only a couple shows where people felt like the ending was justified. It was justice. I think that Game of Thrones was so high. Yeah, you're crazy. I think Game of Thrones was such a prominent show that you're not gonna make everybody happy.
I agree.
Can't even hear the King.
Should we wrap it up?
I think
that was a good episode.
yeah, I think it was a good episode. I think it's a good way.
All right,
back.
man. That's gonna be the last bit. Follow us on all our socials: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Light Brights Pod, Light Brights Podcast. Fuck with us on YouTube. Subscribe, like all that. Peace out. We'll see you guys later.
See you.